Everybody, welcome back to TWR. My name is Tavian. This is my world of reptiles, and I hope you are all doing awesome and taking care of yourselves. Please do me a solid and hit that like button so we can kick in that algorithm. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button as well so you can get notified on future content as I put out. Ding ding, hit the bell. And if you're returning, you're amazing. As always, thank you so much. You rock. So in our last video, I went over my leopard geckos and I got an upgrade and I moved them out of that 20-gallon tank. And I said once I had done that, I was going to be able to upgrade my corn snake Sherbert out of the 10-gallon into the 20-gallon. So I finally got that all set up and I moved him into it. And I'm super excited to share it with you. So let's check it out. So there it is. This is the enclosure that I have set up for Sherbert, the albino corn snake. And I had a really good time setting this up, and I'm feeling really good about it now that it is finished. Of course, it does not have a water bowl in it right now, only because the water bowl is a little plastic container right now, and it just throws off the whole thing for the video, so I've taken it out. But there is normally a water bowl in here. I just need to go get a more naturalistic looking water dish that I want to actually put in here, so when I'm showing it off, it looks decent and naturalistic without this just sudden plastic thing in there. So but yeah, I had a really good time making this, and Sherbert, obviously, of course, as you can see in that little bit of a clip that you saw, was of course deep in shed by the time I actually moved him into this, so I expected him to just kind of go away and hide very quickly, but he actually gave me a little bit of footage, gave me a little bit of roaming around, which is really interesting to see that even in that kind of uncomfortable state of like being damn or blind and kind of being in the skin that's feeling pretty tight, that he still really wanted to kind of explore this new home that he had. He definitely gave it a couple of rounds roaming around before he finally decided to just settle and then sleep it off for the rest of the night. And I haven't actually seen him since he went in here, and it's been about 2 days since I actually set this up. And so I'm thinking he's just in that deep part of his shed now. It's like, okay, I saw my space, and now I'm gonna chill out until I get the shed off. So I'm really hoping that when he does take that shed off, I come in here and it's just kind of like spread across the tank rather than just being in the substrate or something like that, because he does burrow at times. And I would hate to just kind of take this all apart to do that. Not that I have a lot going on. As you guys can see, there's a lot of cork pieces up in there. I do have some live plants. In the back, I do have this like grassy bit that's actually planted into the tank. But the other ones are just like this string of dolphins, as well as this peperomia hope over here, are still in their pots, mostly because I haven't committed to actually keeping them in that tank yet. Just because these are usually kind of vining, hanging type plants, and so I'm not sure how it would look as it fills out across the tank, if it would actually start to try to like propagate in the soil or not because it's touching. But I don't know. I'm gonna fill it out and play it out by ear, and then maybe I'll decide to take them out of the pot and make it a permanent fixture. But for now, they're just kind of sitting in there. And you'll notice that I don't actually have a drainage layer even with these plants, because these are all actually plants that do really great with just being completely dried out. Both of these, the string of dolphins and the pepperoni hope specifically, are like succulent-like plants, and so you really want to let them dry out in general before you even try to water them again, or else they'll die. And so they're going to do really great in this environment that doesn't need to stay super humid, which is really awesome about corn snakes, is that they have a bit of a range when they live in nature, and so that makes them really just kind of resilient to changes, and pretty forgiving with things. But in general, like, they just don't require much humidity wise. All you really got to do is just kind of maybe mist one particular hide or whatever, give them a little humid hide, so when they are going into shed, they kind of have that. But otherwise, they do great. They don't really require very much when it comes to adding humidity or anything like that. So that's what I really like about corn snakes. So I think it's going to do great with having these more succulent-like plants in there. I do want to get a grow light specifically for those plants because they are succulents and they do better with higher light than what they're getting right here. So I'll probably get a grow light that's just going to go on top and help those plants to continue to thrive and flourish. But for now, I like it a lot, and I think it looks great, and I'm going to have a really good time watching little Sherbert grow in this, especially once he comes out of that shed, and then I'll get some footage of him kind of roaming around, freshly shed, looking absolutely amazing. But so this was really fun to build, and I'm going to, like I said, have a good time watching him explore this and grow in this. He's going to have a lot of time to grow in this before he will need to go into something bigger. So yeah, I did tell you a lot that I would share with you each individual upgrade as I did it. And so this is Sherbert into the 20-gallon that the leopard geckos used to be in. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. It's not a super long one, which is great. Yeah, you all take care. Love yourselves. Love your loved ones. Love your reptiles. You all keep spreading those herbs.